I could tell from the early going that Casey, he liked to have fun, but he was also a very mature student. He knew when he needed to be serious. He knew when he needed to get to work. He brought a sense of maturity to the team. Like I said, he liked to have fun and things like that, but he got down to work when we needed to, and it was really refreshing for me to be able to come in and be able to rely on him to bring a strong work ethic to the team.
Casey was an awesome kid. You know, he worked extremely hard. He was in the weight room a lot of mornings, even before the football team. He would be on the court shooting free throws, shooting threes, kind of late at night when everyone else was out of the gym.
There's not a better person than Casey Cox. There's not a better athlete in our class than Casey Cox. He just seemed to be able to, not just good at everything he did, he was great at everything he did. He was someone that everybody looked up to on the team, no matter what age they were, no matter what grade level they were. If we were underclassmen, there were upperclassmen that looked up to Casey. And a lot of that was because of the person that he is, and it flowed right into the type of athlete that he was.
One thing about Casey is you never saw him get too excited when things were going well, and you never saw him get too far down when things were going poorly for us. Casey was always an even-keeled type of player. You could never read his emotions on his face. His body language always stayed positive. He was somebody on the team that everyone could look to for a sense of calmness. When things were going bad, he was always kind of the rock that we had that could lead us into the right direction.
I never once in our entire lives ever saw him flustered. He wouldn't get upset. He wouldn't get too high. He wouldn't get too excited or over emotional. He was that perfect balance of an athlete, competing always to win, always to get better. And the biggest thing is he might be one of the best teammates that any of us ever had.
Casey was my best point guard from a true fashion of what a point guard is. He was a good athlete, but he also was heady, and he knew how to put himself in the best positions, and therefore he put his team in the best position. He never tried to do too much. I sometimes wish he would have did more, but that was kind of his job for us, was to handle the ball and distribute. He would get the ball to the right places at the right time, and would always try to do the right thing for the team.
Casey was somebody that had the most respect from anybody else on that team. There were a lot of different personalities on that team, but everybody seemed to gravitate towards Casey. He really provided a positive aspect, and he was a positive role model for everybody on the team. If I could pick one word to describe Casey Cox,
If I had to describe Casey Cox in one word,
hardworking.
it would be leader.
He always made sure to put in the extra work when he needed to, and that's not just as an athlete, but in the classroom as well.
It could be life, it could be in the classroom. He was our valedictorian. It could be on the baseball field, it could be in the basketball court. He was a leader in all aspects of life, and he continues to be. I think he's going to be remembered just for being a phenomenal athlete who did everything the right way.
It's not always easy to make the right decision in high school, but Casey will be remembered as somebody who you could always rely on, who would always stay out of trouble, who would always make the right decisions, and somebody that would just be there for his team and his teammates every chance that he got. And he really grew throughout his high school career. His baseball IQ was excellent. He really grew into one of the best players I've ever coached.
Congratulations, well deserved.
I want to tell him this is very well deserved, and I want to congratulate him. All of his hard work, all of his accomplishments.
Congratulations, man. You deserve this so much, and welcome to the Hall of Fame.